out for New Year parties and for year-end holidays. But there's one person who's always working the phones, always walking up and down D Street to get you the chatter of the day. Nimesh is with us, our pillar of support for market coverage. Nimesh, it has been a great 2024 for you. I can't even count on my fingers and toes all the stories that you have broken for us. But first, what are the insights you have got today from dealing rooms?
Thanks, Adana. It's been a good year, 24, for everybody, for the markets as well. And surprisingly, on the last day, the volumes have picked up. So that's a big surprise as far as the dealing room feedback is concerned. The volumes, the institutional volumes have picked up essentially because of there is a small market close basket buying is what I understand. So last 30 minutes, you'll see some impact of that volume. And also there is VWAP volumes on both sides at the leading FID. So that's going to add up to the volumes in the last 30 minutes of trade. So watch out for that sort of volatility. But having said that, for second day running, the PSUs are well bid. I spoke about PSUs selectively buying as well in yesterday's chatter, and it looks like that's got spilled over to today's market as well. So the CPC index is up nearly 1.5%. A lot of the PSU names are seeing a lot of buying interest from larger institutions. So that's overall feedback. From a range point of view, I still believe, while earnings will be a big trigger to watch out for, but the Nifty is pretty much stuck between that range between 23,300 on the downside and 24,300 on the upside. So a decisive move has to come on either side once that's taken out. So that's the range for the January series. But surprisingly, on the last day of 24, the volumes have picked up, and there is a basket buying as well at the leading FI desk.
Is that, Nimesh, NAV management, or is it some kind of FNO play?
Well, difficult to say, Lata, whether it's an NAV management, because the size itself of the mutual fund industry has become very large. So I don't think it matters much. Of course, there are some stocks where some sort of buying would emerge essentially because of that. But net, I guess today's buying seems to be a genuine buy flow from the larger FIs as well as the mutual fund industry. So that's a combination of that. But difficult to say that it's only because of NAV management, Lata.
Okay, and Nimesh, did you manage to get any stock-specific tidbits for us?
Oh, yes, so the first stock on my list today, Rima, is Lupin. A big move in that name, and the volumes are on the higher side. The FI volumes have picked up as well. And I understand some domestic mutual funds are active buyers in Lupin of late, so almost at 52-week high, and still there is buying interest from domestic mutual funds in Lupin. So that's the first name. The second stock is Indus Tower. From yesterday's low, the stock is sharply recovered, and the volumes have also picked up. But in Indus Tower, again, there is a strong buzz, an indication that there could be another large block in Indus Tower very soon. So need to check whether the institutional holders are a big seller in Indus Tower. So that's the second name. The third stock is GRP. Again, something which we don't talk too much about. I was just reading about the company, hardly an institutional holding. The volumes are very thinly traded as well. But now I understand the company is very close to raising funds via QIP. So maybe for the first time, you will see institutional investors in that particular name as well. So that's something to track there. And the last is Sapphire Foods. While calendar last year, we'll order a lot about from QSRs. But this is one stock which has absolutely underperformed and been pretty much on the sidelines. But now I understand that there could be some corporate development in Sapphire and hence some bit of action in Sapphire as well in the last couple of days.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Nimesh. And hope you too have a superb 20.